Uh, party, party, party. You ain't never smoked with me, never stamped a dope with me, never shot a nigga long range through the scope with me. Fucked 100 bricks up and went broke with me. Shared the same sneakers or the same coat with me. You ain't never grind with me, never did no time with me. Eating Jack Mac and tuna fish off the ride with me. Mask down, kicking niggas' doors, slide with me. That before Designer, you ain't joined a mob with me. Wasn't in the hood with me. Nah. You ain't play the back block and bust a jug with me. You ain't clean the ratchet off and load the clip with me. You ain't ride uptown and cop no drip with me. When niggas came bustin', you ain't bust back with me. My first 50,000, you ain't touched that with me. Them 12 skinnies, you ain't sling those with me. Them late night murders, you ain't seen those with me. While you was up early getting ready for your class, we was lighting candles up and burning all the bags. You was on your way to school, we was on the ass. Beating up a junkie cause he stole a nigga's stash. Product of my gutter, bitch, I'm really from the trenches. Them 12 skinnies, when I stuff them, look like dentures. Ain't worried about no static, we not ducking any tension. Somebody ever try me, then somebody get injured. Hard. You ain't never smoked with me, never stamped a dope with me, never shot a nigga long range through the scope with me. Fucked 100 bricks up and went broke with me. Shared the same sneakers or the same coat with me. You ain't never grind with me, never did no time with me. Eating Jack Mac and tuna fish off the ride with me. Mask down, kicking niggas' doors, slide with me. That before Designer, you ain't joined a mob with me.
Yo, top of the top, the hustle don't stop. Y'all already know who y'all rocking with. Big Dice the Ruler, been outside since Calvin Coolers. Appreciate everybody pulling up. Share this live, straight up content. Pardon me to the people. I've been telling myself I was trying to go live. Unfortunately, y'all, had a death in the family. Rest in peace to my Uncle Thurman Miller, the big OG of OGs, my Uncle Thurman Miller. If y'all remember last August, I put it up on my post. I told y'all I lost my Aunt Christine. May she rest in peace. Well, her husband passed away. We lost him this week. Excuse me, we lost him last week. And, you know, my family down here, we've been running around. Certain things had to get taken care of since I've been living down here the longest. Family from out of town was relying on me to get them around in certain places and stuff like that. But, you know, I'm here for them. They're there for me. I have been a little drained. I must admit, I have been a little drained. But I said I'm going to come get these people this content. I know y'all was asking for some content. But then again, y'all know what's been going on. You know what I'm saying? YouTube. You know what? Artist Morris is in the building. Artist Morris is in the building. And I'm going to say it. I'm going to stamp this shit. Nobody, I got receipts. See, I don't keep receipts with texts and conversations and record. I don't keep receipts like that. I keep receipts with my mind. I got a memory like an elephant. And I remember when shout out to the dirty sector. We over here with a different sector, but shout out to the dirty sector. That's still home. Shout out to the dark sector. I remember when everything with the dark sector was just dwindling away. And Artist Morrison, he said this shit. That's on my mother's soul. He said, Joe, I'm about to get this shit back popping. And Artist went platform to platform and flexed his Napoleon complex to his highest ability. And he set the motherfucking fire for this shit to jump off again. And right now, shout out to the entertainment that's going on. Y'all. That's a fact, Annette. That's a fact. I don't hate Annette. You know, Annette been in the cut for a long time. That's a fact, Annette. Artist said, yo, this shit, I'm about to get this shit popping again. You dig what I'm saying? So I think people should give him his homage. He could use that as a sample. I think Artist Morrison should get his homage for bringing back that graphic of content, because tell you the truth, I told y'all, I watch all shit. I watch shit because it's funny. I watch stuff because it's funny. If you might get me to type in the chat, I always type in Artist Chat no matter what, though. But like when you see certain things that's been going on, because y'all know, and you know what I'm saying, alhamdulillah, most praises to the Most High. I told y'all, yo, I'm telling you something. I said something that I was going to do, and I'm going to stand on it. Matter of fact, before I get into that, can y'all hear me crystal clear? If I can shoot y'all out, if I can shout y'all out, please. Can y'all hear me crystal clear? Forgive me, y'all. Anybody but a dead body, let me get some dice cubes. If I can shout out everybody, you dig what I'm saying, in the building. You know what I'm saying? But that's a fact, artists. You know what, artists? We need to do a show, bro. I ain't did a conversations with nobody. I did one with Wax AP, Free Wax AP. I did one with the sister, 7. Thank you, artists, for letting me know that. I think artists, when you get a chance, man, we need to do a conversation with Artist Morrison, because me personally, I think that'd be a great conversation. Hey, Tanja, I think that'd be a great conversation. You know what I'm saying? I got a good chemistry with artists. Even when you get on my nerves, I got a good chemistry with artists because, like I said, when it comes to joking, I like jokes. I like people joking. Banging, like, it's just not me no more. I'm too old. You know what I'm saying? But it is kind of entertainment. And then recently there's been some real disrespectful work on YouTube, baby. Lord have mercy. Let me tell you something. There has been some disrespectful work on YouTube in that dirty sector. Yo, the work has been so overwhelmingly disrespectful, I couldn't even watch whole shows. That's a cold-blooded fact. I've seen some vicious work this week, y'all. I'm talking about some real disrespectful, diabolical shit this week. But shout out to everybody that's in the Bang Gang. Y'all came over here for some content, and that's what we're going to shout it out. First was the sister East New York. She was in the building. My sister Annette followed right behind her. The bro FTC Vice, he's right behind them. Dog Soldier. See, we here. And thank you, East New York, for continuing to hold me down. We got Artist Morrison in the building. You know what I'm saying? He's here. I had to give him a shout. Shout out to Just Eric. I had to give artists a shout. I had to give him a shout out for that because we got Miss Tanja in the building because I've really paid attention to what was going on. They don't give artists his due props. They don't give him his due props. Old school Jerry G hat, if you know, you know. They don't give artists his due props. But, you know, sometimes for the entertainment, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? But niggas trying to hurt each other, I'm not with none of that shit. You won't see me in none of them chats. I'm going to keep it funky with you. If you do, it'll be a fake account. Carnage, I see you in the building, beloved. You done know. Enough respect. You understand me? Nah, I don't condone that. I don't condone that. Yo, Joff, I see you in the building. Yo, Green Eyes. How you doing, Green Eyes? Shout out to, do me a favor, y'all. We got Green Eyes in the building. Green Eyes is crazy. I remember the other day, I was in Artist Morrison chat, and Artist said, why you ain't got no wrench, Dice? So he gave me a wrench, and Green Eyes thought that it was a troll, and that shit upset Green Eyes so much, he starts flipping. Green Eyes, that was me in the chat, beloved. And you know what? I had to tell you this because you said Dice don't even talk like that. So that means I'm quote unquote, that means I'm really evolving. It's Swahili. Like, it's something I told myself. Y'all ain't got to worry about me. We're going to keep content over here because I told Allah something like, if I let somebody pull me off my motherfucking dean, I'm prepared to clothe 10 people or feed 10 people or fast 3 days in a row. So I'm on a different dean right now. You dig what I'm saying? I've been meaning to give y'all this content. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. Hit that like button. I've been meaning to give y'all this content. But like I said, I told y'all, rest in peace to my Uncle Thurman. One of the last OGs of the OGs that we got in my family. You dig what I'm saying? A bunch of history with that man. Honored to say he was him. But you know what? You know why I wasn't really... You know why when I was told... When I got the phone call that my uncle passed away, I'm going to tell y'all my exact emotions. My exact emotions was, oh, shit, damn. But then I had a sense of peace over me. I'm going to keep it funky with you because they was together from junior high school. When you with somebody from junior high school to y'all 80s, that's a long fucking time. Appreciate you, Jake. My man Jake Desamine in the building. Yeah, that was me, Green Eyes. So right now, you got to do me a favor. If you don't want to get a timeout today, you're gonna have to give my nigga Artist an apology in the chat. And that's exactly how I spell his name too. Old school Thurman. Thrman. Thank you, East New York. Yeah, man, I'm all right. I'm good. Make sure you give my man Artist an apology because that was me in the chat that night, Green Eyes. But then again, you thought I was a troll, but you couldn't see that it was really me because you didn't have a wrench. But that was really me. I got some content, y'all. I got some content. I was going to ask if any woman in here has ever been the side piece. But that's too much of being description in people's lives. I ain't nosy like that. So I'm going to tell you a story because if you have been in a situation like that, or you may not have been in a situation like that, I know you know a friend or two that's been in a situation like that. Because I got a story today to talk about. I had a very, very deep story today that I want to talk about. Real crazy story, because I don't know if y'all know who this is right here, but I'm gonna show y'all. You know, I be liking to do my research on a certain shit, but this shit right here kind of hit me kind of different. This dude right here, ladies, how y'all feel about him? How you feel about him? He's attractive? You caught yourself trying to date something like this? You know what I'm saying? See, that's peace right there. Nigga said, forgive me, Artist. See, that's peace right there. That's all Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna unlock your other page too. Man right here, Mr. Brodus Perry was a pastor. He was a pastor. Behind the bar, see you in the building. Salute, guy. Appreciate that show the other night, too. I appreciate that show. That was classic work as usual. But, yo, let me tell you something. I was laughing so hard. Shout out to my man, BDB. He came in. I had to say this. Shout out to my man, BDP. I don't give a fuck how y'all feel about him. Shout out to my nigga. Number one, mental health is real. I'm gonna be real with y'all because I'm fucked up. I know certain shit I'm fucked up about. I'm still dealing with certain things the way I deal with shit. People don't want to admit they had certain ways that may be fucked up, but we all got ways that's fucked up. But when I'm talking about you mentally fucked up, you can create things, scenarios. In your mind, you can go places. In your mind, you can go places that you are not going. But when you have the surroundings of ignoramus nincompoops, when you have the surroundings of ignoramus nincompoops, your wild imaginations come true. Behind the Bar did a show the other day. Y'all gonna have to go hit that membership to go see the show. I was there. I was in the building. It was a classic. I was in the building. It was a classic. You got to be a membership to go see that work. That was different work because he is the king of receipts. That's a fact. When it comes to that paperwork, that paper trail, and that video motherfucking Behind the Bar got you. He got your ass. This dude is dangerous, man. I'm talking about very dangerous. I'm talking about Joe Colombo, baby. I done did shows and deleted them shits immediately. Nah, that nigga there is dangerous. The nigga there is dangerous. You know what I'm saying to you? But he's accurate. He's very, very fucking accurate. All he said is $5 a month. That's all he needs for great motherfucking journalistic commentary. I heard it was a woman that said that she spoke to me. Appreciate you, dog. It was a woman that said that she spoke to me. And I told her, yo, hoodies, I see you, big Brooklyn shit. I told her allegedly about another man speaking to me about her. And another man speaking to me about a video allegedly pertaining to her. And that is pure lies. That woman has never, ever spoke to me unless she was on this platform. So maybe in her mind, she had a conversation with me. Like Behind the Bar said, show the receipts on that. Show the receipts on that. That's a fact, artist. That's a fact. My sisters and stuff like that, they can get in touch with me. I can get in touch with them. But that young lady had no way ever, no conversation. And it's sad that people can you know what? God is dangerous. Angie, baby! If y'all think I'm joking, Dog Soldier's in here right now. I'm going to keep trusting in God. God said, Joe, let them do what they doing and you do what you do, and I got that. I told Dog this shit. God told me, let them do what they doing, do what you do, and I got that. And I also told Dog, if I let somebody get me off my dean to the fact why I was to respond to it. I got to pay 10 people to eat. I got to clothe 10 people. I got to motherfucking fast for 3 days in a row. This all facts. So certain things, I understand now. Certain things is just not me. Shout out to the people that's over here. They come to get some of this great content. Miss Tanja, Angie, have you ever known a sister? Yo, Freddie, what up, sis? Have you ever known a female that was the side chick? Because I got a story for y'all today. The side chick. Phoenix, I see you, girl. The side chick. The side chick. Because some women, 1, 2, Freddie said yes. Angie said many. So this is something I hope people pay attention to. The side chick and the side nigga will kill you. Big James, I see you in the building. Yo, Grizz, you want to hear some funny shit? I'm going to say something to you that only you would know. Shout out to Baby Grizz, y'all. I told y'all, that's my man since junior high school. Brooklyn legend right there. He a troll on YouTube. I tell y'all this. Baby Grizz is a troll on YouTube. But I promise you in real life, he's not. That's on my mother's soul. I promise you, a lot of people don't understand what I be saying. And nigga Grizz is nothing pussy about him. It's nothing pussy about him. You dig what I'm saying? And a nigga legend in the street. I was talking to somebody today, and they was like, I think I just saw Patches. So you know who I'm talking about. You dig what I'm saying? That's a cold-blooded fact. Yo, Hoodies, all jokes aside, Hoodies another. Yo, let me tell y'all something. I have had the pleasure, and I can say that Hoodies is my friend. That's a cold-blooded fact, and I fuck with him. That's a cold-blooded fact. And I fuck with him. That's a cold-blooded fact. Talk to him all the time. Try to give him the greatest, best advice I can. I always listen to his answers and responses. Take the same advice for him because, you know, when you got the younger that's in connection with the older, we showing each other how to exist. We showing each other how to exist. I don't know how people look at him on YouTube. I think on YouTube, he's a comedian. Not a clown. I said a comedian. I'd never call my nigga no clown. He's a comedian. I'll tell you something about him too. Never been around him. But I'm telling you, he's not pussy. And he's from Kingsborough. But this goes out to the men too. This goes out to the men too. My right hand, I'm guilty. I've done it. My right hand is up. I'm guilty. I'll be the first one to admit it. If any men up in here ever went through this, put some dice cubes because the ladies say they know a couple of chicks, or they might have been the side chick. There's a couple of ladies in here that gave the truth. They know it. They know it. But it's a lot of us niggas. I raised my hand first. That's a fact, dog, and vice versa. And that's a fact. He said, yo, Dice, you've always given me great counsel, a real man, and vice versa. So that's why, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to BDP. Because BDP always says this. And you know what? It's fucked up because of the crashes. He said it ain't no friends on YouTube. I've been telling y'all this for over a year. It's not true. But you have to pick your friends wisely. You have to pick your friends wisely. I remember one time Hoodies was upset with me. A lot of people was upset with me because of what they may have thought about me and the Dre. But it was a couple of people just like Hoodies that weren't coming at me for views. They was coming at me because they genuinely was my man friend. And I always told y'all, anybody that loved Compa, I got to respect how y'all feel about certain things. But Hoodie knows the truth. The real people know the truth. But this right here made me feel kind of bad thinking about things that I've done. I got homegirls that was the side chick for years. I got homegirls, I got cousins right now that be like, I know that nigga married, but that nigga paying my bills. That nigga paying my bills, cuz. I don't want for nothing. I'm older now and I'm looking at him saying, but what about morally? I'm trying to give them the advice that I know they're supposed to hear. But then when I'm by myself, I think about what I did that was actually the same thing when I was so much younger that was totally immoral of me. I was the nigga that had the chick with the side chick and the other chick. I had the side chick and the other chick. That's on Utica Avenue. Nothing I'm proud of, but it was a time when I had the side chick and the other chick. And the other chick knew the side chick and wifey. Yo, Grizz, they don't understand that conversation, do they? And the other chick, Hoodies, knew wifey and the shorty on the side. But we got a situation right here. And I want to pay attention to this, and I want us all to listen to this very, very deeply because I went over certain things. This right here is Mr. Brodus Perry. This is Mr. Brodus Perry. That's his name. He's a pastor. And this right here is Mr. Brodus Perry alongside Mrs. Letitia Daniels. Mr. Brodus was married, was married, excuse me, because he's no longer here, y'all. Because this woman right here, Mr. Letitia Daniels, was just convicted for unaliving him. Was just convicted for unaliving him. Now, the whole story was he was allegedly telling her he was going to leave his wife. Charismatic dude, a pastor, got a little bit of change, God bless his soul. He told his lady right here that he was initially going to leave his wife because they was going through problems. He said he was going to leave, y'all. You know, like when you told your baby mother, yo, I ain't gonna fuck with my baby. When you told a chick when you was going through the bullshit with your baby moms, man, I ain't even fuck with my baby mother no more. Knowing you still do. He told a young lady that he was going through things with his wife and just give it some time. Just give it some time, y'all. And they'll be together. Well, she killed him. She unalived him, forgive me. She unalived him. She unalived him. And when we get back in here, we're going to go over what happened to the fact of when he unalived her.
The streets ain't never loved me. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah.
Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my phone they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me.
Yeah, you know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. GD. I've been shot. I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying in the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sip of my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture. I'm only getting bigger. The top cat out my litter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow. I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from where niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust in that, loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me. Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my foreign they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger seat when they tried to fold me. Remind me of my gun, that was real shit, this real spit. Rocks I was selling was smacking them, call it Will Smith. I ain't never told and never folded under pressure. Yeah, them Neek was in that ambulance with me, he was on that stretcher. Niggas tried to take my life, I couldn't tell you who. Many men might not make it, I'm here to tell the truth. Me and Jop, that's my brother, you know we moving tight. Brown boys fuck with the family and I'ma get them that. This my testimony, solid, all the rest is phony. Merrick niggas come at the fam and send your best opponent. I was stabbed, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. I know the streets ain't never loved me. He was shot, he was left with a zipper on his stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved us. Gang, Merrick shit, Tower music, nigga. Go.
This right here gonna get deep, y'all, because I got her full testimony, and it was vital parts of her testimony. And I asked myself, is this something that the lawyers prepped her to do? Did the lawyers make her do certain things or motions, like certain times when she paused or she dropped her head? This is the young lady on trial, giving her testimony of what happened. Fair YouTube usage. Pay attention.
That you had to follow.
Now, if we were at the cigar lounge and we was not hanging out with a certain group, he would have me to call a certain individual to invite her to come so that it looked like it was more of a church thing than it was just he and I hanging out. And that was just kind of the case. Even
I started right there. She said that whenever they was to go out, he would always make it a group or congregation, like a group of people, because he was a pastor of a church. So instead of the attention being on him, if anybody was like just watching him or trying to, tell his family members or just be gossiping in the street about, damn, the pastor with this one, pastor with that one. If it's a group of people, he can't be pinpointed. They can't be pinpointed as a couple. If it's 7 or 8 people sitting at a table, just because a woman is sitting next to me or a woman is sitting next to a man does not mean they're in a relationship. It don't. It could just mean people that are working together, at church together. They have a different vibe. They got a different rapport with each other. So when they get to the table, they be like, yo, I'm sitting next to you. That's my guy. Or I'm sitting next to you. That's my homegirl. Or I'm sitting next to you. That's my homeboy. So the sad part about it is, should he be alive? Yes. Let's get that straight. Because I don't want nobody up here thinking nobody should take anybody's life. Should he be alive? Yes. But right there is just one example of how he was manipulating to this woman. Because when I show you through her testimony, she got to be a hell of a motherfucking actor. She got to be Florence Day to act like she was on this stand, because she really appeared to be in love with him, in my opinion. So I'm going to see what y'all feel as though. You know what I'm saying? Let's listen.
With the running, it was going to always be somebody from the church, even though they didn't know they were a third party. It was the way of being able for us to still be together, but it not look like it was just us together. It would always be someone from the church.
And who made that rule to have somebody else always there?
That was him.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation.
Can you tell the jury what Brodus told you about ethical non-monogamy? What is it?
It is where individuals are able to have multiple relationships, but everyone in the relationship must consent.
Did Brodus tell you that he had talked to Tabitha about ethical non-monogamy?
He did.
Did he tell you that Tabitha had said she was comfortable with it, but he just hadn't told her about you yet?
He said that she had given him permission to be open on his side of the marriage.
So she was not allowed to be open on her side.
Correct.
But he told you that she had given him permission to go outside.
Yes.
But he had not told her about you, to your knowledge.
No, not to my knowledge.
Did Brodus ever give you a book to read?
The Ethical Slut is the book that he wanted me to read so that I could have a more foundation and knowledge of this lifestyle that he was wanting to be in.
All right, everybody in here. So every woman in here right now. Fellas, I don't want to hear nothing from y'all yet. We ain't going to say nothing about this. To every woman in here, Tanya, Annette, Angie, to every woman in here, just off them words right there, what do you analyze her as? Is something wrong with her mental? You see what Annette said? That shit sounds insane. The name of the book is The Black Ethical Slut. So you mean to tell me, Hoodies, I appreciate you, boy. So you mean to tell me, oh, let me get you back, Tanya. This right here is Mr. Brodus Perry. He was a pastor that was shot and unalived. And his wife was shot, but she survived by this woman right here, Mrs. Letitia Daniels. Mrs. Letitia Daniels. See, I got her on trial. I got her on tape. I got her on the stand telling the world that she was going to get in a monogamous relationship with him because him and his wife had came to an agreement. He told his wife, you can't be out there fucking with nobody. But I can. Pay attention. He told his wife, and she agreed to this. Pay attention. I want to show you a pattern. Like them crackers be saying, no offense. I'm going to show you a pattern. He has one woman that is on trial for unaliving him. He's married to another woman that he told her he was going to have an open affair marriage with her. She was not allowed to deal with anyone, but as long as she knew when he was stepping out, it was okay. Okay, now pay attention. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you for saying that. The wife agreed to it. Pay attention to what you just said. The wife agreed to it. Now I want you to pay attention to what she just said.
Was just kind of the case even with the running. It was going to always be somebody from the church, even though they didn't know they were a third party. It was the way of being able for us to still be together, but it not look like it was just us together. It would always be someone from the church.
And who made that rule to have somebody else always there?
That was him.
I want to talk to you now about ethical non-monogamy, okay?
Yes.
Did Brodus talk to you about ethical non-monogamy?
Yes.
Was this a lifestyle that he was interested in?
Yes.
Can you tell the jury what Brodus told you about ethical non-monogamy? What is it?
Yo, Plaga, salute.
Is where individuals are able to have multiple relationships, but everyone in the relationship must consent.
Did Brodus tell you that he had talked to Tabitha about ethical non-monogamy?
He did.
Did he tell you that Tabitha had said she was comfortable with it, but he just hadn't told her about you yet?
El Plaga, salute. Annette says something, right? She says, we don't know if that's true, y'all, because he was proven to be a liar. I beg to differ in this one. I beg to differ in this one. Because again, let's pay attention to the word of pattern. You're not going to tell me that you got a woman on a stand that's saying she agreed to be in a monogamous relationship and he didn't marry a woman that had the same mindset. Ain't nobody in here going to tell me that. Tell me to take 10 seconds if you think I'm joking. So you mean to tell me Miss Letitia Daniels is the only woman in the world that he met? That don't make no sense. I believe the wife did know about it. Allegedly. Let's say allegedly. Because you know how them pastors is. And you know how them first ladies of them churches is. Let's be real. They have developed a lifestyle. See down here in the South, a lot of them first ladies, they got young man boys. Young man boy toys. I'm going to tell you what go down in the South. I'm going to say it to you again. A lot of them reverends be into men. So when they're at them lodges and all that, they're into homosexual acts. A lot of them reverends have other families. And the women that have to come to these churches as their women, the first lady of the church have to put on a front. What you think? They don't be getting theirs too? When you see a little dope boy riding around with them rims on it on that box Chevy. You know, it took him 9 months to get the box Chevy, but he got the rims over the weekend. When he lawned her crib, when he lawned her yard. And she probably wasn't even the only side chick. Because I'm talking about manipulation right now. Should he be alive? Yes. But I'm talking about playing with people's feelings. Let's go.
He said that she had given him permission to be open on his side of the marriage.
So she was not allowed to be open on her side.
Correct.
But he told you that she had given him permission to go outside.
Yes.
But he had not told her about you, to your knowledge.
No, not to my knowledge.
Did Brodus ever give you a book to read?
The Ethical Slut is the book that he wanted me to read so that I could have a more foundation and knowledge of this lifestyle that he was wanting to be in.
Did you read that book?
I did.
Were you interested in the lifestyle espoused by that book?
No, I was not.
How soon into the relationship did Brodus Perry start discussing this concept of ethical non-monogamy?
Actually, it started, so we were just having conversations about things in life that we wanted to do, bucket list type of things that we were curious in. And at that time, he was like, one of the things I want to do is have a threesome. And I was like, yeah, no, that's nothing I've ever thought about. But he was like, well, I've had one before, but I paid for it. And this time I want to have one where I don't have to pay for it. And so he began to speak about, the term he would use is Tabitha and I being sister wives. Didn't quite know what that meant, but as things went on, he would start to talk about me watching them have sex. And he was like, but.
Okay, I'm gonna ask y'all again. Do y'all see anything about this lady that should be brought to attention right now? I'll keep letting y'all hear her talk, but is it anything that anybody in here wants to say about her? Let me see if you can pull this out my head. She's mentally fucked up. She's mentally fucked up. Y'all don't get it? She's mentally fucked up. And like Annette said, she's sitting back listening to everything he's saying just because he's saying it. So you know what? That's manipulation. That's narcissism. That's a narcissist. That's narcissism. Now that's narcissism. Like I said, that word gets thrown around every time somebody gets upset, but that's narcissism. You understand what I'm saying to you? Let's listen to what she got to say, man.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can.
And he knew where to get his lunch, warm it up. And if I had a session, of course, he would wait out to where it was, because he was more like, why are you not on board with this? And I'm like, why would I be? Like, it doesn't make sense because we already have limited time together. So why would I say, yes, you can be able to be with multiple women? And so it was that part, it was hard.
Did you love Brodus Perry?
I shouldn't have, but I did.
Were you in love with Brodus Perry?
I was.
Brodus persistent about a watcher.
Very much so.
Explain that for me.
Everywhere we went, he would even text me and say, hey, you need to find us a watcher, find us a watcher. And so I got to the point, I was like, if I can find somebody, hopefully I can get him to stop. So I asked a friend of mine if she would do it for us. And she was like, if I do, we're taking it to our grave. He had me to tell her to download Confide, and we were able to dialogue three-way. And the things that he was asking her to do, she just backed out.
Did that whole thing make you very uncomfortable?
Very.
Hold up. Annette said, yeah, I don't believe her. This is for sympathy. Because she read the book. She claims, she said she told him she wasn't into it. Why she took the book? Because she was in fucking love, yo. Because she was in love, y'all. And if you pay attention to her demeanor and you look at her eyes and you look at her soul, tell she ain't really have that much attention in a long time, man. Like, I watched that whole shit and I just sat up there and paid attention to her, man. And it was some real, real horrific ordeals that he did with her sexually. Love got some. That love is dangerous at all times.
Very much so.
Why were you willing to even entertain it?
I wanted to make him happy.
So now I want to talk to you about.
Thank you, Tanya. That's what I wanted somebody to say. She actually sounds mental. So it's clear as day from the beginning when she said she was down with the monogamous relationship, when she was reading The Ethnical Slut, when she said she's been riding around trying to find people to be a watcher because he done convinced her, yo, I want somebody to watch us while we having sex. Something's wrong with her mind. Eric said, yo, I'm thinking the same thing. And listen, I ain't falling for it, Dice. She allowed it, and she knew exactly what she was walking into. I know, but she didn't understand what she was doing. I'm gonna tell you a story. My grandfather told me some deep shit before he passed away. It was a situation with my son's mother and a lady I was dealing with. True story. Situation with my son's mother and the lady I was dealing with. They met face to face. They talking. My son's mother is just running her mouth. Bitch, bitch, and he do this for me, and he be doing this, and if you really his girl, why you do this, la 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 la, and I'ma have his baby, la 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 la. Cold-blooded facts. The other young lady is standing there, not saying a word. Have I bought the other young lady things? Yes. Have I spent money on the young lady? Yes. Have I went on trips with the young lady? Yes. She never said one word about it. My grandfather happened to tell me, your baby mother, she about to have you. She wants you. She don't love you. I could hear him saying it crystal clear. You know why? Because he told me when a man is in a situation with two women, he was talking to my Uncle Johnny Boy. I'm a little boy. He said, if a man is in a situation with two women, the woman that does not tell the business that happened between her and that man is the one that really loves him. Is the one that really loves him. Because when a woman is in love with a man, she will literally do everything, humble herself, damn near betray herself, disrespect herself to please her man. Pay attention to what I'm saying, ladies. Will humbly disrespect yourself. Will disregard everything of importance to please your man. You'll take all that if you love him. If you love him, you won't do nothing in your power to hurt him. Like Sandra Rucker. She really loved her man. Like Sandra Rucker. I did the show on it. She's in Virginia, Commonwealth State. She's dealing with one of the richest niggas from Brooklyn. If you know, you know. She got a nephew in Virginia that she introduced to her man. Her man is the man of mans, but the nephew, he trying to come up. So what happened? The nephew starts getting work from her uncle, from him, from Sandra Rucker's boyfriend. So what the nephew do? The nephew bring the feds to their crib. That's a fact. That's a fact. The feds, he bring a nigga to the crib to buy coke. trying to make a side deal with the nigga outside in the yard, didn't even know the nigga was the feds. They gave that woman 390 years to life. 390 years to life. Yeah, he went to jail too. But they told her, you tell us everything, you go home. She said, I'm not telling you niggas shit. They say, you go home. You cooperate with us. She said, I'm not cooperating shit. See, that was a different breed of woman right there. But we was coming up, the women say, why would we tell on him? Because we ain't tell on him when he was blessing us. When we was wearing the earrings, we was wearing the Sherlins, we was wearing the levers, we was wearing the MCM boots, we was wearing the Coogee. We didn't tell on him then, so why would we tell on him if we could go to jail? It's part of the life. That woman right there was so in love with that man for what reason, I don't know. I don't know. But she was in love with that man because if she was ready and willing to still be around him after first saying, I don't even want to be in a monogamous relationship. So he goes and buys her some literature. She's like, I ain't even really interested. He's like, yo, just read it. So it's either one or two things or one or three things. Number one, she's crazy. Number two, she's in love with him. Number three, she's crazy and she's really in love with him.
Brodus wanting to expand the ethical non-monogamy. Well, I guess first, was he actually engaging in ethical non-monogamy?
No.
Tabitha had no idea any of this was going on, right?
No.
As far as you knew, she knew that that's what he wanted, but he hadn't told her.
As far as I knew, correct.
And you've heard differently from even that here.
Yes.
Did Brodus ask you about expanding the relationship beyond you?
He did.
When he asked you about that, how did you respond?
I told him I didn't want to.
Did he tell you, well, my wife's on board with it, so why isn't my girlfriend?
That's exactly what he said.
Did that cause problems between you and Brodus?
At first, no, but as it continued to go on, it did. Especially after he joined like this, he called it a book club, but it was, they met on Marco Polo talking about the book, The Ethical Slut. And so the more.
Thank you for the cash app, Tanja. Appreciate you, girl.
More that he engaged in that, it became to where it was because he was more like, why are you not on board with this? And I'm like, why would I be? Like, it doesn't make sense because we already have limited time together. So why would I say, yes, you can be able to be with multiple women? And so it was that part, it was hard.
Did you love Brodus, Mary?
I shouldn't have, but I did.
Were you in love with Brodus Perry?
I was.
Were you wanting to build a life with Brodus Perry?
I wanted what we had at that time, yes.
And
ladies, y'all believe her or is she bullshit? Kills 22, I see you in the building. Please hit that like button. Share this live. Ladies, I want to know, straight up and down, East New York, ask me a question. Do y'all believe her? I'm looking in her eyes. So I could be a sucker for love. I could be a sucker for love. Tell me if I'm a sucker for love because she's displaying so many characteristics of someone that should be under mental observation. That's crazy, y'all. She don't care.
y'all saw each other frequently, right?
We saw each other just about every day. I would cook for him, and so he would come to my office to eat lunch. If he didn't come to the office, I would drop it off for him. But it got to the point to where he knew my code to my office, so he would just come in. He knew where to get his lunch, warm it up, and if I had a session, of course, he would wait out in his vehicle. But other than that, he would come in and we would sit there and have lunch every day.
there's a lot of work that goes into making a podcast.
How did Brodus react when you told him that you were not open to expanding to allow him to have more girlfriends?
He was emotionally distant. Like, well, he would tell me, well, you need to go and find someone. And I'd be like, I don't want anyone but you. And so he knew that would play on like my insecurities. So one time when he said, you need to go out and find someone, I said, well, what if I do? And he said, well, then we won't be together. So he knew that was going to get to me because I wanted to be with him. I enjoyed our time together when we did have it. And so he used the emotional part, the affection. He would give it to me, withdraw it if I wasn't really complying with what he wanted.
Since all of this has happened, have you had time to really retrospectively consider your relationship with Brodus?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I want to talk to you. We'll get back to that. I want to talk to you about that Marco Polo group, okay?
Okay.
Brodus was in an ethical non-monogamy group with 2 other women, right?
Yes.
Were you a part of that group?
I was not.
Were you ever allowed to be involved with that group?
I wasn't.
But you knew about it.
Yes.
Hold up. So y'all telling me that's normal? All right. So y'all telling me she ain't crazy? I'm not trying to sound heartless or cold or anything like that. It doesn't. All right. He's in another monogamous relationship with 2 other women. He's married. So that's 3 women. And she says when he tells her to find somebody that she don't want to be with nobody but him. That don't seem like insanity 101. And that said, she was a bitter, jealous side chick that believed he was going to leave his wife. East New York said, I feel like this is coerced by her. Well, how do y'all feel about him? Because he's the mastermind behind this plan. He's the mastermind behind that. This is the mastermind behind that plan. Okay, now, boom. Y'all said that she's lying. She's a jealous side chick. How y'all feel about him? East New York said this nigga's a manipulative creature. He's a manipulative. She said, no, it just sounds like she was gullible and believed whatever he said. I see a con artist. I see a con artist. I see a cold-blooded con artist. And right here, I see someone that done snapped. I see someone that done snapped. Let's get into so much of this more of this testimony.
According to him, he had misuse of a credit card.
Your Honor, this is going to the context of their relationship. Just getting
YouTube fair usage.
And this is going to her buying things, paying for things. This is a debt that she repaid for him. That's what it's going into.
See, they're going up there right now to try to talk about what's going on because they feel as though they concerned about her testimony. They're concerned about her testimony. Let's get into this work.
Ms. Daniels, I'm going to rephrase my question a little bit, okay? At some point, did a situation arise where you had to pay back money to the church for Brodus?
Yes.
How much was that?
The debt was $2,500, but I ended up getting him $2,300, and he got very upset with me about it
Why did he get upset with you about it?
because he wanted me to do the full price.
And that was not your debt, right?
No,
So did Brodus talk to you when this other church reached out to him?
he did.
Did he discuss with you whether or not he should accept it?
Yes.
What did you tell him?
I told him I thought it was a great opportunity for him
Why?
because of the things that was being shared to me, that some things he was dealing with within the employment at St. Mark. I thought that would be a great thing for him. So he sent me his resume, told me to change it to performance-based, and I did that, and he went to the interview.
Is Mississippi Boulevard a prestigious church?
To my knowledge,
And you're not from here, right?
no,
You've never lived in Memphis?
I have not.
Did he eventually, to your knowledge, accept that position at Mississippi Boulevard?
Yes,
Did the church have a going away party for Brodus and Tabitha Perry?
I planned a going away party. Actually, he had two. He had one at the Cigar Lounge and then one for the church.
Who planned the party at the Cigar Lounge?
I did.
Who planned the party at the church?
I did.
Who paid for the majority of the gifts?
I did. And then he gave me a backstory on how to be able to elicit money from the other members of the church so that he could have a certain amount of money for when he left.
What do you mean?
Like it was, hey, reach out to the life groups and tell them, I'm going away and we're going to do monetary gifts. So that's what I did.
Did he get monetary gifts from that?
He did.
Before Brodus left, did he give you his new address in Memphis?
Yes.
Now, I want to talk to you about after they moved, okay?
Okay.
Did your relationship with Brodus Perry continue after he moved to Memphis?
Yes.
Would Brodus come back to Little Rock?
He would.
Do you know why he would come back?
Yes. The main reason why he would come back is because of his orthodontics appointments. And then also he was building up a business and a consulting business, and he was beginning to he had one client that he was coming back to begin to do some consulting with.
What would happen when he came in town between the two of y'all?
We would meet up at the hotel and hang out.
And was that he would come in town and he would contact you
Yes.
and y'all would get together?
Yes.
Now I want to talk to you about April the 15th. I'm sorry, not April the 15th, March the 15th of 2019, okay?
Okay.
Did Brodus come in town that day?
He did.
Did he text you?
He did.
Did you meet him at the hotel?
I did.
Do you recall what?
Do me a favor, y'all. This is what I want y'all to pay attention to. Pay attention to this part right here. This is what I wanted y'all to observe. And tell me what y'all see. Remember, y'all seen this first. Share this live.
Before Brodus left, did he give you his new address in Memphis?
Yes.
Now I want to talk to you about after they moved, okay?
Okay.
Did your relationship with Brodus Perry continue after he moved to Memphis?
Yes.
Would Brodus come back to Little Rock?
He would.
Do you know why he would come back?
Yes. The main reason why he would come back is because of his orthodontics appointments. And then also he was building up a business and a consulting business. And he was beginning to he had one client that he was coming back to begin to do some consulting with.
What would happen when he came in town between the two of y'all?
We would meet up at the hotel and hang out.
I want to, and was that he would come in town and he would contact you
Yes,
and y'all would get together?
yes.
Now I want to talk to you about April the 15th. I'm sorry, not April the 15th, March the 15th of 2019, okay?
Okay,
Did Brodus come in town that day?
he did.
Did he text you?
He did.
Did you meet him at the hotel?
I did.
Do you recall what hotel?
I think it may have been Spring Hill.
What happened after you went to the hotel?
The first time I went to the hotel, it was, just a drop off. He had asked me to bring him to go buy him something to eat and to stop by and get him some bourbon. After I brought that to him, we made an agreement to meet up later on. I had called him and as it was getting later and say, hey, what time are we going to meet up?
Listen to this story, y'all. Just pay attention.
And he was just like, I don't know. I'll let you know. But he never called. So I was at home and I was like, I'm just going to break up with him. Like, I'm not going to do this treatment. Like, no. I went to the lounge. I still had some gifts to give him and he was coming out and I said, unlock your car. And I started putting the gifts in. Well, once he got closer to me, he just hugged me and gave me the key to the room and was like, go to the room. So I was like, okay. And I did.
Once he hugged you, was it all better?
It was.
Is that kind of how it went with Brodus?
Yes.
So tell me about what happened after that.
That was one of the times that I still had my clothes on. So of course, when he got in there, he's like, why you still got clothes on? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got undressed. I did tell him, I said, I was coming to break up with you because of the way you're treating me. And he laughed it off and was like, well, why didn't you? And I was like, because I really do love you. He came over to the
Y'all ain't see that? I'm gonna play it again and see if y'all recognize something. Tell me what y'all recognize.
I had called him and as it was getting later and say, hey, what time are we going to meet up? And he was just like, I don't know. I'll let you know. But he never called. So I was at home and I was like, I'm just going to break up with him. Like, I'm not going to do this treatment. Like, no. I went to the lounge. I still had some gifts to give him and he was coming out and I said, unlock your car. And I started putting the gifts in. Well, once he got closer to me, he just hugged me and gave me the key to the room and was like, go to the room. So I was like, okay. And I did.
Once he hugged you, was it all better?
It was.
Is that kind of how it went with Brodus?
Yes.
So tell me about what happened after that.
That was one of the times that I still had my clothes on. So
Pay attention, y'all. I want to see if y'all catch something.
of course, when he got in there, he's like, why you still got clothes on? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got undressed.
Did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch that? Oh, my fault. I thought you were talking about who she was talking to. Did y'all catch what she just did? Did y'all catch what she just did? I'm gonna play it one more time.
Like, I'm not gonna do this treatment. Like, it's no. I went to the lounge. I still had some gifts to give him, and he was coming out. And I said, unlock your car. And I started putting the gifts in. Well, once he got closer to me, he just hugged me and gave me the key to the room and was like, go to the room. So I was like, okay. And I did.
Once he hugged you, was it all better?
It was.
Is that kind of how it went with Brodus?
Yes.
So tell me about what happened after that.
That was one of the times that I still had my clothes on. So of course, when he got in there, he's like, why you still got clothes on? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got undressed.
She did it again. I'm gonna show it to you one more time and see if y'all catch it. Pay attention.
I was at home and I was like, I'm just gonna break up with him. Like, I'm not gonna do this treatment. Like, it's no. I went to the lounge. I still had some gifts to give him, and he was coming out. And I said, unlock your car. And I started putting the gifts in. Well, once he got closer to me, he just hugged me and gave me the key to the room and was like, go to the room. So I was like, okay. And I did.
Once he hugged you, was it all better?
It was.
Is that kind of how it went with Brodus?
Yes.
So tell me about what happened after that.
That was one of the times that I still had my clothes on. So of course, when he got in there, he's like, why you still got clothes on? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got undressed. I did tell him, I said, I was coming to break up with you because of the way you're treating me. And he laughed it off and was like, well, why didn't you? And I was like, because I really do love you. He came over to the bed, started tickling me. We laughed it off. And then as we began to engage in
what you didn't pay attention to is when she was sitting down, he said, why you still got your clothes on? You notice she looked to the left and was like, I'm sorry. And then I took my clothes off and I said, well, I'm sorry. She is insane. It's like she was talking to him. It's like she was talking to him. She's insane, y'all. In her mind, she really, really believed that if she did everything that he said to do, allegedly, that he would be with her. But pay attention to this right here when it gets into what happened sexually. And then we're going to get off it.
He came over to the bed, started tickling me. We laughed it off. And then as we began to engage in what I thought was going to be lovemaking was not that night.
Can you tell me what happened?
As I was performing oral sex on him, he began to thrust himself inside my mouth really hard. And I told him that was hurting. Then he grabbed my hair. I had long hair, and he wrapped my hair around his hand and he started yanking it. And when he wasn't thrusting himself in my mouth, he was pulling my hair really hard. And with his other hand, he would just hit me and hit me and hit me. And I was like, it's hurting. And he was like, you better not bite me. You better not bite me. And then after that, we had sex, and it was just.
I promise I believe her. I promise I believe that happened. I promise I believe that happened. When she said he told her, "You better not bite me." Behind the bar, he a freak. He said, "Fuck it, man. That sounds like a good old freaky time to me." But you got to pay attention. If she's telling the truth, allegedly, she said she told him he was hurting her. He was slapping her. You know, some chicks, some people, they rock and roll like that. You know, real rock and roll sex. Hey, that's consensual sex. But she said, he said to her, I want every man in here to understand what I'm saying. He said to her, she better not bite him. Men are the only people that would know anything about biting and the effect or how it would be feel if you were scathed a bit. Not women. Not women, y'all. A woman wouldn't say something like, "Don't bite." That's something a man would say. Pay attention before we prosecute her. Let's go.
Rough, and it was hard, and it was just not what I was used to. And then once we finished, something he never ever does was he rolled over and just gave me the cold shoulder, and I was like, "You're not gonna hold me?" And it was like,
I swear to God, I believe that. I don't know nothing about nothing else that went down in that relationship, but I believe that. I'm talking to the ladies right now. How y'all feel if your man don't snuggle with you or hold you after you get through making love? Isn't that an insult to y'all ladies? What do you mean I'm turning my back over and we just got through from rocking and rolling in the car like it was stolen? Not even gonna hold me till you fall asleep? Nigga, you need to wake up with your arm hurting, nigga. No. She never said he raped her, dog. He never said that. She said that he was overly aggressive while she was performing oral sex. She never said he raped her. She never said he raped her. And she said, now see, let me tell you some deep shit. You know why I believe that segment of the story? So they need to pay attention because I still think she has a mental deficiency. You know why I believe that? Because men, we don't talk like that. Men be like, "Don't bite me." Women be like, "Well, you don't want to hold me." Understand what I'm saying to you? Men be like, "Yo, I'm tired, I'm hot." Women be like, "Yo, you mean to tell me you can't even hold me when I go to sleep?" That's how women talk. Men don't be like, "Would you hold me?" That's not in the vocabulary of a man, ladies. Well, a man says sometimes a man need a hug. That's a cold-blooded fact. We all do. It's sometimes that a man will say, "I just need a hug." But I've never said, "Hold me," after making love or sex or whatever you want to call it. Yo, fellas, yo, dog, you ever told your woman them hold you? I ain't fucking with you. I ain't fucking with you, green eyes. We're going to have to let you rock this. We're going to have to rock you in the chat for a minute, baby. Got some grown folks conversation going on up here. Because she's not talking, let's just let her talk. Fair YouTube usage. Let's go.
No, and just went to sleep.
And only women be saying things like, why does it feel different? What are you thinking about? That's not how we make love.
How did that make you feel?
You see what East New York just said? You see what you've never heard? Hold me. A woman will be like, first of all, Niggas, we will let you hold us for a second and we're gonna be like, yo, man, it's hot, man. Real rap. Like, let me get some air, yo. It'd be women that be holding and hugging and kissing. Yo, check this out. Chill, man. It'd be women that be like, yo, nigga, just hold me. Well, at least hold me till I go to sleep. City boy, I see you. And if you're really a cocksman like you're supposed to be, when they fall asleep, you go build up our spliff and watch some TV. That's a fact. We'll say, give me a hug, give me a kiss, but never hold me. She said, are you telling me this is how it's going to be? You're not going to hold me?
So used.
Pay attention. Let's go to this again. Pay attention. She's crazy.
I said, unlock your car, and I started putting the gifts in.
You right back in time, Tanya.
To me, he just hugged me and gave me the key to the room and was like, go to the room. So I was like, okay. And I did.
Once he hugged you, was it all better?
It was.
Is that kind of how it went with Brodus?
Yes.
So tell me about what happened after that.
That was one of the times that I still had my clothes on. So of course, when he got in there, he's like, why you still got clothes on? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got undressed. I did tell him, I said, I was coming to break up with you because of the way you're treating me.
I want y'all to pay attention to her mannerisms and everything, and then pay attention to her mannerisms when they ask her to describe her what happened sexually.
Me. And he laughed it off and was like, well, why didn't you? And I was like, because you know I really do love you. He came over to the bed, started tickling me. We laughed it off. And then as we began to engage in
I want y'all to pay attention to that fucking movement right there, man. That look right there. Shame, disappointment, and pain. I ain't on nobody's side but the truth. Pay attention to her mannerisms, y'all. She's looking to him, talking to the left like she's talking to a ghost, like she still sees him in front of her. If I can see this shit, how come them people can't see that this woman right now needs some help? When they're asking her what happened with a man that is no longer alive, both times she says what she has said to him, responded, she turns to the left like she is looking at him, still talking to him. But pay attention to her characteristics. Pay attention to her facial expressions. Annette said earlier, is she smiling? No, she was smirking, which is much more dangerous than a smile in the hood. She is smirking. It's all type of stuff allegedly going through her mind, man. This woman is not normally mentally equipped to be on trial for murder. Just watch this woman, man.
I said, unlock your car, and I started putting the gifts in. Well, once he got closer to me, he just hugged me and gave me the key to the room and was like, go to the room. So I was like, okay. And I did.
Once he hugged you, was it all better?
It was.
Pay attention. She said she was going there to break up with the nigga. But when he hugged her, she asked her, yo, did that make it all better? So she's letting the people know she's crazy.
All right, I'm sorry. I got undressed. I did tell him, I said, I was coming to break up with you because of the way you're treating me. And he laughed it off and was like, well, why didn't you? And I was like, because you know I really do love you.
Yo, Shooter, what up?
He came over to the bed, started tickling me. We laughed it off. And then as we began to engage in...
You see that move right there? You see that move right there? Pay attention. She's looking to the left right now. Right now, she's looking to the left. Diamond Shooter, I see you in the building, sis. Well, no, not that smirk. We talking about earlier. But look, why is she looking to the left like she's talking to that dude? Yo, Diamond, don't you come in there with that bullshit neither. You know your ass can get 10 seconds too, nigga. Yo, shout out to Diamond Shooter, yo. Annette said, Dice, you want to buy Brooklyn Bridge. Oh, so you fucking with me too. You supposed to be the sis. So you telling me y'all making it seem like I'm a sucker MC. So all of a sudden I'm a sucker MC. I fuck that bullshit. Now all y'all Diamond, everybody's fit. Yo, why can't I be in my vulnerability and try to be understanding? You see, when men be understanding, I'll tell y'all something about some of you women, man. When men be understanding, y'all start saying, oh, you's a sucker. Take 10 seconds, Dice. Are you falling for this bullshit? What the fuck do you mean? I don't believe it. I'm thinking that the women are going to be empathetic with this situation. All jokes aside, should that man be unalive? No. But we talking about this type of individual right here. I'm not going to say this. No. See, a child would be like, yo, he was on his pimping shit. Nah, this nigga he was married. He was having a monogamous relationship with 2 other women. And then he pulled her into the relationship because for some reason, pay attention to what I'm saying. When it comes to black women and black men, and they want to be a part of something, they make it seem like that pastor is God. They make it seem like that pastor is God. Now, ladies, you know how you feel when you're with your man. It's an old time tale, my grandmother said. A woman knows when her husband or her man has been with another woman. If y'all agree with that, ladies, put the dice cubes in. My grandmother fucked me up. She gave me some crazy shit. I said, Grandma, that's not true. She said, yes, it is true. She said, because when a man is with another woman, the minute he has sex with his woman, their energy is going to switch up. Their vibe is going to switch up. Their emotion is going to be altered. Because subconsciously, he's still with that other woman. Damn it, Shooter said, I'm not saying what occurred, but what have shouldn't occurred. That's a fact. I'm not saying that she's wrong. I'm not saying that she's right. I'm saying they had a woman that is clearly under some type of mental deficiency that went to trial for murder. You have to be mentally capable to go to trial for any type of murder and crime. You can't be, all jokes aside, you can't be labeled retarded. You cannot be rated retarded or with a mental deficiency and be charged the same way as a person with able mind and body would be. This is facts. This is facts. But I want y'all to pay attention to this woman's testimony, man. Because I ain't saying that he's right, but like see when she's talking right now, she thinks she's talking to him. That woman's gone, man. She might be on Xanax right now, allegedly. Smash that like button, y'all. Let's go.
To break up with you because of the way you're treating me. And he laughed it off and was like, well, why didn't you? And I was like, because you know I really do love you. He came over to the bed, started tickling me. We laughed it off. And then as we began to engage in
You see that look right there, y'all? I ain't no woman. But I know a woman or two that made that look around me, man. Ladies, what that look mean, ladies? Tell me right now, ladies, what that look mean. Tell me if she's acting or not. Tell me if she's not really, really ashamed and remorseful and confused and hurt about everything that's going on. Listen to this woman tell her story. Let's go. Come on, ladies. Let's go.
what I thought was going to be love making was not that night.
Can you tell me what happened?
As I was performing oral sex on him, he began to thrust himself inside my mouth really hard. And I told him that was hurting. Then he grabbed my hair. I had long hair, and he wrapped my hair around his hand and he started yanking it. And when he wasn't thrusting himself in my mouth, he was pulling my hair really hard. And with his other hand, he would just hit me and hit me and hit me. And I was like, it's hurting. And he was like, you better not bite me. You better not bite me.
It's not to just Eric. He got a point too. She could have been looking at the juror. That's a fact. I still see that cuckoo clock. Every time I look at her, I see that little bird coming out. Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo.
Then after that, we had sex, and it was just rough, and it was hard, and it was just not what I was used to. And then once we finished, something he never ever does was he rolled over and just gave me the cold shoulder. And I was like, you're not going to hold me? And he was like, no, and just went to sleep.
How did that make you feel?
I felt so used.
Did that affect you emotionally?
Yes. I was just like, what has always happened to me?
Did you decide anything when you were in that emotional state?
Well, that particular night, I just was, that morning, we stayed the night together, and that morning he got up and he left. He was getting dressed, and I was like, where are you going? Like, we always shower together. And he was like, and I was like, where are you going with still smelling like me? And he was like, none of your business. I was like, since when did you not tell me your schedule? And he left. Well, he was getting ready to leave. So I got up and I got dressed. And as I got dressed, I grabbed the key card for the room off the thing, and he laughed it off, and I left.
That's a fact, isn't it? Bingo. She said, why does this always happen to me? Behind the bar said, why the fuck am I laughing, yo? Lord, forgive me. Because you know what? It's funny, but it's fucked up. Because this is a pure example of a fucked up situation. For all the niggas that had the side chick, this is what you possibly could be dealing with. Somebody that's really in love with the fact of being with you so much that they're going to be willing to take your life. After this short break, we're going to tell you why she said she had the gun.
And later on, I pulled out my gun.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tougher, he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when it come to my cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy, when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading their clothes on the Poshmark. Switch, baby, careful with this. I mean, this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like high from who? Bout to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tougher, he still told.
fact. Diamond Shooter said, I get that. I'm not going to say she's mental, but she could have been so in love with him and been through so much. That's the one that made her snap. So if this is the one that made her snap, she's been harboring a bunch of stuff in her mind for years, y'all. Pain, resentment, hurt, anger, confusing. And there's certain parts about it, you're right, that did sound coerced. Like when she said, yo, so when you got in his arms, did you feel? Yes. Because you know them lawyers, that's their job. But listen to what she got to say, y'all.
And I was like, where are you going with still smelling like me? And he was like, none of your business. I was like, since when did you not tell me your schedule? And he left. Well, he was getting ready to leave. So I got up and I got dressed. And as I got dressed, I grabbed the key card for the room off the thing. And he laughed it off and I left. And later on, I texted and said, hey, are we meeting up again? And he was like, I'll let you know. Of course, the day went on. I had rearranged everything thinking that he was going to end up we would see each other earlier that day, but I didn't. And so that night, when I still didn't hear from him, I decided to head to the room. And as I was going, he was there. But in my wanting to head to the room, I had made the decision that I was going to kill myself in front of him because I just wanted him to feel the pain that he was causing me. So when we got in the room, he was already in there by the time I parked and got in. And I pulled out my gun and I told him, you about to feel the same pain that you've been giving me.
Did you ever threaten him?
No.
Did you threaten yourself?
I told him I was going to kill myself.
What did he do?
He began to tell me no, and he kept saying that he loved me and that we can fix it. And I was just like, no, you're treating me so bad. And he was just like, that's not, I love you. And eventually he talked me into putting the gun on the counter and coming over and sitting and talking to him.
Did that restore a reason for you to live in that moment?
It did.
Was this the first time that you had gotten to the point of hopelessness that you felt like you needed to kill yourself?
Not in a relationship, no.
Have you struggled for a long time with depression and suicidal ideations?
Yes.
After Brodus convinced you to put down the gun, did he take the gun away from you?
No.
Did he take the gun from the counter?
It wasn't until I got ready to leave when I went back to try to get it. And then he pushed me out of the way and he got it.
He didn't want you to be able to leave with the gun?
No.
And was he worried what you would do with it?
Yes. But he made me promise to meet him the next morning at the lounge.
Do you know where he put the gun?
At that time, I did not.
But he kept it from you, right?
Yes.
And you later found out that he had placed it in a locker at the cigar lounge?
Yes.
After that happened, did you realize that you needed a little bit of time?
Yes.
What did you do?
I made a plan to go and be with my friend. She is a therapist, but I just needed to get away, and she had an extra room. And so I just told her that I needed her to watch me and to just be there if I needed her. And
Was she in Little Rock?
She lived in Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
So how far away from Laura?
About a 45-minute drive.
Is she someone that you also worked with?
Yes.
Moral of the story is, fuck with who is yours. I don't know what's going on with this whole wave. Well, they do say that women have men outnumbered. Right now, across the globe, they said that women have men outnumbered. But that don't mean, ladies, that you're supposed to be fucking with somebody else's man. You can get your own man. That's a cold-blooded fact. Because I don't know if y'all heard about this one. Y'all know who this is? Do y'all know who this is right here? Do you know who this is right here? Anybody know who that is? Anybody know who that is? Anybody know who this is right here? Okay. Well, I'm going to show you who they are. Miss Tommy said, no, I don't know who that is, Dice. Well, I'm going to tell you who this is. This is a couple right here. This lady right here that has her fingers up. Sexy double cheeseburger right there. And then a man is next to her. This lady right here that has her fingers up. And this man right here is married. But this lady right here and this man decided to get together before this man got a divorce from his wife. I'm going to put y'all on to what happened. This woman right here took another woman's husband and decided to go on her blog channel and all over the world and talk about it. Let's go.
North Carolina influencer Brene Kennard was ordered to pay $1.75 million after she was found liable of ruining a marriage. According to WRAL TV, she had been accused of having an affair with her manager, Tim Montague. And as a result, Tim broke off his marriage with his now estranged wife, Akira. Akira married Tim in 2018, and the couple have 2 kids together. She claimed that the affair caused anguish in her personal life and negatively affected her and Tim's family dynamic. Brene was found liable for criminal conversation and alienation of affection, which adds up to a whopping $1.75 million.
A $1.75 million verdict that nearly ended with a fight outside the Durham County Courthouse. That was not the fight. That was the joy inside the courtroom. We're talking about the case of North Carolina TikToker Brene Montague. She was sued by her now husband's ex-wife. Tonight, a jury found Montague liable for destroying the couple's marriage. WR's Eric Miller was in court and has the story.
That's the sound of a $1.75 million cheer coming just moments after the court was adjourned. Akira Montague embraced her attorney, Robinetta Jones, as dozens of supporters yelled from the sidelines.
She has received justice from losing her husband and the father of her children.
Akira Montague's lawsuit, filed in Durham County Court, accuses Brene Montague, an influencer with nearly 3 million followers on TikTok, of seducing and having an affair with her then-husband, Tim. That affair then turning to marriage when Brene and Tim wed. In the suit, Akira Montague claimed Brene used her online influence as a weapon. The affair also caused damage to her health and deprived her kids of a 2-parent household.
And it was nothing but lies.
Brene Montague, who represented herself in court, slammed the verdict, saying Akira Montague knew her marriage was over.
Now, that's when you know a motherfucker's insane. When you go to court trying to represent yourself.
And allowed the affair.
She gave her consent. She said it was okay because she knew her marriage was over with and it was done.
But the jury didn't agree, awarding Akira Montague the $1.75 million after more than 700 pieces of evidence were presented in court, including some of Brene's own TikToks and texts.
That says that my client was telling the truth.
The case hinged on 2 rarely used laws, including alienation of affection.
It can be very hard to prove. And the reason is because it's hard to find a point in a relationship where the relationship necessarily started to go bad.
But in these videos,
y'all remember what happened with Fantasia? It's different in North Carolina. Y'all remember what happened with Fantasia? If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. She was sued also. She was sued also for the same charges. But see, this lady right here, like I said, when you're doing stuff for clicks and views, this is usually what comes out in the outcome. You usually be the one that's really laughed at. Check it out.
Okay. Did y'all not separate before? Okay. How can you scream that I ruined the marriage that y'all was separated before? Thank you. How can you scream? And I've been in your life since alone, in your life alone for over half of what she's ever been in your life before. So how can you scream? Oh my gosh, Renee ruined my marriage. She cheated and this and that and the third. How can I ruin a marriage that was already broken? Y'all already had a separation. So clearly it's something up.
For all who don't know, me and Devin are divorced. I know probably like y'all like, oh, I'm not shocked. It doesn't pay.
You heard that? Same way you get them is the same way you lose them. Your double cheeseburger.
And this and that and the third. How can I ruin a marriage that was already broken? Y'all already had a separation. So clearly it's something up.
For all who don't know, me and Devin are divorced. I know probably like y'all like, oh, I'm not shocked. It doesn't pay me the whole nine. I get it. You know, y'all gonna have y'all opinions about it. And that's not a good thing, but another thing, your girl is moving. I'm moving. So
how can you scream this? Only ruined your marriage. But okay. Did y'all not separate before? Okay. How can you scream that I ruined the marriage that y'all was separated before? Thank you. How can you scream? And I've been in your life since alone, in your life alone for over half of what she's ever been in your life before. So how can you scream? Oh my gosh, Renee ruined my marriage. She cheated and this and that and the third. How can I ruin a marriage that was already broken? Y'all all.
She said that the dude left her for a dude. He looked like he had a little bit of that special Snicker bar in him. Yeah, he do. He do like it. Yeah. He do look like he got a little bit of that. See, niggas start dressing like his chick. That's that special Snickers bar. I ain't never been that nigga. Niggas wandering around dressing exactly like they chick, talking about twin. Where have you been? He got on black shorts. She got on black shorts. He got on a brown shirt. She got a brown. See, that's that motherfucking that's that sexual goddamn Snicker bar. If you know, you know that's that sexual Snicker bar. Look at him. Nigga smile like he on cocaine. I tell people, watch them people that's close to you and make sure they do what they supposed to do. You dig? Moral of the story is, I'm going to stay on top of this story right here. Letitia Daniels, convicted of killing Mr. Pastor Brodus Perry. Yo, Zeke Black, I see you. Is in the building, the Godfather. But for some reason, they did not take into accountability that she wasn't mentally capable for standing trial. She was not mentally capable to stand trial. You can see how many times on stage that she broke down, her demeanor changed. Seems like she's joking sometimes. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde effect. Diamond Shooter said a great point. You see what she broke down. She said, why does this always happen to me? I gave you her testimony, parts and bits of it. If you want to go check it, it's on Trial TV. But she always seemed to feel as though she's the one that's end up with the short end of the stick. Men are always taking advantage of her, using her. You know what I'm saying? She said she felt used that night when he decided to aggressively have sex with her, which she was never used to. And she said it was too much for her. And he wouldn't even hold her. She said the reason why she grabbed that gun is because she initially wanted to end her own life in front of him, to give him some type of survivor's remorse or something like that. Liddy, I see you. Some type of, you know. She said she wanted him to feel the pain that she's been feeling for all the times from the beginning of the relationship when he asked her to read The Ethnical Slut, the book called The Ethnical Slut, telling her to get more familiar with the lifestyle that he was introducing her to. A monogamous lifestyle. He was a married man and he had an open agreement with his wife. He said, check this out. I'm going to deal with other women, but you can't. And then she, knowingly that he was married, knowing that he was in a monogamous relationship with 2 other women, so that's 3 women that he's dealing with. Knowing all of this, she said she was so in love with him because he promised her that he would leave his wife for her. If you didn't catch it from the beginning, go back and check out this story. I dropped some great points and some very, very, very solid views. He told her, I want you to be my side piece. And I have another group of side piece, and I'm married. He said that he told her, you can go ahead and find somebody else. His manipulation skills is on point. And some niggas that got that gift of gab. You know. But she came to the fact where she couldn't take anymore. She wanted to end her own life. Do you believe her? Was she acting? How y'all feel about that? Was she doing one of the greatest performances ever? Or was she mentally distraught, depressed, and just a broken person? The niggas is the suckers. The niggas that's doing shit like that is suckers. I've done that shit before. I feel like a sucker for certain shit I did. The side chick. And I be telling niggas, the side chick is always going to leave you. An old timer taught me this one. The side chick is always going to leave you for the one that they love. I appreciate you, Tanda, for the Cash App. Appreciate you, East New York, for the continued membership and the support. If anybody want to hit the Cash App, anybody want to hit the PayPal, y'all already know what it is. Appreciate y'all for pulling up for great content. It's intelligence over ignorance over here. Y'all know how we do that, right? Intelligence over ignorance over here. Make sure your bell notifications are set. Shout out to 050. Ziggy Black is in the building. Signing out. Let's go.
Top. Whenever you call my name, now for real. Yeah. They praying no one down for fuck them, these niggas needy. Believe me, these niggas is mad they never be me. Don't trust them. They fell to the family to get them DP. 6 feet buried alive, face on the white tee. Lately, I've been staying far away from these niggas cause they better. I only bring animals in the slitter. Take me where they only do linen and fine women. Take me where they only drink champagne with they dinner. Take me where niggas is hating, they can't enter. You can put your trust in niggas, see me, I don't. That bitch is only known for cheating, you think she won't. Praying for the best, I'm still prepared for the worst. I give them a chance, run the road. These fans don't want no smoke. Right or left, yeah, it really don't matter. Pussy, I'm good with both. Aiming death shots, I'm throwing made for your head and chest. Yes, some of the realest shit that I ever wrote. Resume say don't play, not the people vote. Never would I let these niggas trick me out my spot. Never would I act like I'm something I'm not. Never would I tell, I remain real. Never would I, nigga. Never would I crash off the internet. These 7.62s, you need a bigger vest. It's time. I'ma ask you one more time, like what we doing here. Semi-automatic and tragic, I make a movie here. Gonna minimize my friends, cause niggas be moving weird. They call me, I come like job, blow me a gun. The difference is when I call niggas, they never come. But shout out to the niggas that do.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? It's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists has to coexist with it. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?